So, football family, you know we always discuss Shedeur Sanders, and we've been discussing the Cleveland Browns. Now, on this video, I'm going to show you statements that Johnny Manziel said towards the Cleveland Browns, and I feel like it's a slight also on the Ohio residents. Now, you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with Johnny. This video is not about whether Johnny doesn't like people who looks like Shedeur, because that's not the case at all. Johnny has gratiated himself to our communities. Let me put these glasses back on. I like Johnny Manziel. Johnny is cool in my book, but I've always critiqued him for these things right here that I'm about to go off on. Now, he did things like call out Shedeur Sanders at a time Shedeur could have used his support. Now he's supporting Shedeur after I exposed him last year. But we got to defend the Cleveland Browns residents, at least the Cleveland residents, that is. This is what Johnny had to say about the Cleveland Browns.
I sit here today and I go back and forth with, man, am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just like let it go? Or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, fuck it. I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, what it is, man. No love for the Browns. I'm rooting for 0-16 seasons every season.
Damn.
I sit here today and I go back and
hey, we're about to use receipts to expose this scrub, bro. Like I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of America coddling Johnny, America giving him passes that you didn't give to brothers like these right here. Not saying these three dudes deserve a pass, but god damn, this dude Johnny did what he did and gets to be in front of the conglomerate the way he is. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, Cleveland, Ohio in particular, DJ Blessone got y'all back. Let's start the show the right way.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my
So most of you guys know of me already, so smash that like button for DJ Blessone, the best one. And if you know my real life personality, it's me, Mario. I'm just Mario, but nah, I'm DJ Blessone today. So Johnny goes over himself and feels like he's Joe Namath / Lamar Jackson. He's just talking hot piff, P-I-F-F, YouTube. That's what I said. But he gets to say all this crap about Cleveland Browns, and I can't believe I'm defending the Cleveland Browns. This isn't a race video, but it's kind of like that, but not towards Johnny. It's towards you, America. You created this monster by the name of Johnny Manziel, because when our players even do 1 ounce of percent on what Johnny's been doing, you ridicule them. You call them monsters in the room. You know, let's put the monsters in the room. Remember what you did about Ray Rice? But Johnny, how can you call out the Cleveland Browns when they did everything in their books? The Haslam family, D and Jimmy Haslam, his beautiful wife D and him, they went out their way to protect you. They drafted you at a time when certain collective of people didn't really like you because you mimic and placated like one of the brothers. And even in the communities at the barbershop, we love us some Johnny Manziel. You came from College Station, Texas A&M. It was just tremendous, bro. SEC ability that's, well, about to be part of that SEC. It was love, bro. And you just fucked everything up. How on God's given earth you don't remember what you did?
There he is. Yo, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, you can serve, man. You can serve.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Johnny, are you worried about the lawsuit, the Hollywood Hills house? Johnny, you just got served, dude.
Problems after problems that nobody who looked like me or Shedeur Sanders could get away with. I watched it. You knew the Browns was not going to bring you back. I got the receipts. Why would you go on air and say the crap you just said? This is you right here, sir.
Come on, man. Going well, bro.
Yeah.
Glad to be back in school.
You enjoying it?
I am.
Nice.
I'm an Aggie forever, brother.
Nice. Hey, I wanted to ask you that the Browns are in need of some quarterback help now. Would you
I
be
wish them
down?
the best. I wish them the
If
best.
you got the call, would you be down?
You know, I doubt that'll happen, but I wish Mr. Haslam the best, right? I'll see you home.
Hey, man, would you participate in these protests during the anthem?
That's a hatred, bro. Like, Like, I don't care if the Browns lose every single game if they do Shedeur wrong. I have my reasons. Most football fans will be like, we understand, DJ Blessone. You played for the Cleveland Browns. You should be grateful because of the Browns. You can actually tell the world I was an NFL quarterback. Meanwhile, guys like Shedeur Sanders is being attacked by certain Cleveland residents, by certain Browns media. I take that back. Cleveland residents, I love y'all whether y'all like Shedeur or not, because y'all deserve a great football team that your failure of an owner and failure of a front office hasn't given to you guys. So at the end of the day, I love the Cleveland residents. This ain't a personal thing. I've been to Cleveland and Cincinnati several times in my Job Corps day, but it's the fact that the Browns went out their way to protect this bum. You got guys like Baker Mayfield, who was a drunk in college and allegedly in high school, people were telling me, but I don't know if that's true, but he was a drunk, and your ownership still took this scrub, right? I didn't even think Johnny was going to be a first-round pick. They made him the #1 pick. Not Johnny, but Baker Mayfield I'm talking about. They made Baker Mayfield the #1 pick. So now you got Baker, you got Johnny Manziel. So when you get a consummate professional like Shedeur, now you guys see why I defend Shedeur, because guys like Johnny and Baker Mayfield got coddled and protected. But we don't forget, the apple don't fall far from the tree. His mother is a damn near drunk as well. DUI being arrested for. I would be goddamn embarrassed if this was my mother. The beautiful Christian that my mom is. My mom, like, look, she might make mistakes, but this lady has been damn near perfect all my life. But I get called all type of names by the same races who would defend a Johnny behavior. Are we lying about that? Are we like, bro, I expose the people who need to be exposed. We don't care if you black, white, Spanish, Asians. It doesn't matter. Hispanic, we're going to call it out, bro. Johnny, I'm not done with you yet. Bring that ass here, boy, because you did something to a lady who we all know what you did. I'm waiting for the people to catch up to it. It's your girl, bro. Remember what you did to this lovely woman right here? I don't got my cape on for women all the time, but all women should be protected. No matter their race, no matter their ethnicity, all women should be protected. They should not feel in danger when they're in the vicinity of you, Johnny. But that's exactly what happened. Remember you did these things? I'm going to watch my word because we're on YouTube. Remember what you did to her? I've seen what guys from my community who played in the NFL who did less than what you did, and they have no more career. See, Johnny, guys like me can only make a mistake one time. You've made several mistakes with the Cleveland Browns, and you got a pass, yet you say this about the Browns?
I sit here today and I go back and forth with, man, am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just like let it go? Or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, fuck it. I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, what it is, man. No love for the Browns. I'm rooting for 0-16 seasons every season.
Damn.
I sit here today.
So you hope the Browns lose for trying to do what's the best interest of their franchise, for their organization. You're a guy that kept getting in trouble, who you didn't pay attention to the playbook. You lack accountability because you come from a multi-millionaire family, and guys in scrubs like you are nothing more than drug heads. Oh, you know the drugs I'm talking about. You were an addict. That's all you ever was.
Man, bottle of Henny, fattest blunt you could think of. I played Future all day and just played pool. And like, I wanted nothing to do with football, nothing to do with this team. Terrible experience. Me and my head coach weren't getting along whatsoever. And fuck this, I am who I am. I need a break. A point of self-destruction. Like, it was all internal. Like, question yourself and don't know if you're good enough to continue doing this. It's part of life. It's a way of life.
The world feels sorry for guys like you who go through that. Meanwhile, if Shedeur was Shedeur Manziel, he would be ridiculed and ostracized from the football community, hell, the sports world. He can't get on these interviews. He can't speak to certain commentators and analysts from ESPN. You know, like what you get to do, Johnny, who ruined his career. You weren't even a draft bust. You actually could have made it in the NFL. I was one of your staunch supporters. I got ridiculed for keep defending you, and because because I'll defend anybody. I'm a solid man. But people who look like you only defend guys who look like you. And that's part of the problem. I wish so much melanated brothers got the excuse, got the pass that the media somewhat seems to have for guys that look like you.
Cotton to Percocets, and you go from cocaine to Oxycontin to Percocets to I look at the mushrooms as a different thing now. That's not a good thing.
Goddamn drug head.
Harder drugs, the drugs that like tear you down. I never did anything with needles. Never did anything like that. But the coke and the oxys and the Percocet were very.
How come drug addicts always like the reference, I didn't use the needle though, as if it isn't the same thing being shot up into you? Whether you use the needle or you snort it out your nose or you took a hit, and it takes one to know one. I don't profess to be better than no man. I used to pop them oxys and them addies a little bit, not a lot like Johnny the addict, but who am I to act like I'm better than anybody? So when you have to have accountability, Johnny. That's why I can openly talk about my downfall and what I've been through. But when you guys do it, you're always the victim. You're never the guy who was accountable for your action. You know why? The media has always protected you. Remember, you did what you did to your girl? The media didn't talk about it on a national landscape. It was local news like this right here.
Former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel was in court in Dallas for his misdemeanor family violence assault case today. It was his first time in court after being indicted last week. He's accused of hitting his ex-girlfriend in January. Fox 4's James Rose was in the courtroom and joins us with what happened and
when he confidently walked into the court, flanked by his two lawyers and dodging dozens of cameras and reporters. Once inside, Judge Roberto Cañas made the two conditions of his misdemeanor assault bond clear.
Mr. Manziel, you know my job as judge is just to make sure that you get a fair shot at the process. Okay?
The first condition,
okay.
The other condition, Manziel Mary at his side. Manziel did not comment as he left, but his lawyer Bob Hinton did.
As you can see from the process that got us here, which was so very unusual, this is not a run-of-the-mill kind of a case.
Hinton explained that in 43 years of law practice, he's only seen 3 misdemeanor referrals go to a...
Well, in 43 years of law practices, your lawyer is a goddamn liar, because these brothers, you know, for damn near the same thing you did, at least, you know, bro, I ain't gonna lie, these dudes was wrong too. You see how accountable I am? I don't care what your race is and your nationality is. Men shouldn't be picking up their hands and going oops upside the head of a female. I don't care what your race is. So I couldn't even defend Ray Rice and them. But did you see the after effects to all those brothers? It didn't happen to you, Johnny. What happened to you, they still scaved you away and gave you passes. The media continued to coddle you.
His former girlfriend, Colleen Crowley, claiming an argument last January turned physical. In this affidavit, she alleges Manziel struck her with his open hand on my left ear, and she could not hear out of that ear.
Our defense is that we're not guilty.
Tonight, Manziel's defense team claims Crowley was inebriated.
So they say the girl was inebriated, and that's not the case, because even if she was drunk, she probably was. Young woman, young superstar like Johnny Manziel, they both was probably twisted. But did you or did you not hit this woman? I think, look, a lot of females could scratch themselves, but I don't want to hear you people. You guys told me when I defended certain people that I'm wrong, so I'm going to defend this woman because that's clearly a scratch. You can tell when certain women of that fairer skin complexion, they hit themselves. But you can literally see the scratch mark that was Johnny. They even checked this man's nail, but his lawyer got up there and did what he was supposed to do. So I'm not mad at his attorney. I'm just showing you how the media will placate it. So let's look at audio, since the news want to lie for him and people want to make him look like a board toy. Do you remember the audio of the situation? Well, I do. They call me the receipt god, not king. I'm the receipt god. Let's listen to what the receipt god got to show.
Trying to jump out, and the guy is poking her by her neck, and he just got off at Nagel Road. There seems to be some sort of domestic disturbance, and I'm just stopping and helping. I'm a pedestrian. There's a road.
We're at on Nagel. Are they physically fighting at this time?
No, there's. Oh, baby, please. It appears that the girl might be intoxicated.
Okay.
So your attorney was correct. Your girl was intoxicated, but the witnesses clearly seen you hitting your girl. They've seen it, bro. That wasn't even the audio of your girl's voice, but we heard you in the background, baby, please. Because you're drunk, sir. When we're drunk, we do wild things. It may not be who you are. I give you that, granted. But that's not an excuse to excuse Johnny behaviors that you don't excuse anybody else for. But this privileged token guy by the name of Johnny. Oh, I got something better. Do you remember the dash can? In case your fanatics are going to tell me I'm the racist. And I'm not even calling Johnny racist. I think Johnny is a cool dude. I think Johnny loves the community. You feel me? That's why I said I always protected Johnny. But when it comes to you saying these nasty, distasteful things towards the Cleveland Browns organization, I can't stand privileged dudes like you. Where is your accountability?
You guys are obviously in this car.
He's like, I don't know, he hit me a couple times.
While you were in the car?
Yeah. But I don't want to, please don't make
Stop,
that.
stop.
Please don't.
Out the window. I pulled up into this driveway right here, and then booked me to get out, turn around, and get up and come look for my wallet. After that happened, she threw her phone out the window. I was trying to, I grabbed her arm, something like this. Hey, get in the car, hey.
I don't want to hear any of this, because these brothers, they didn't get to use the excuse of we were innocent and all that. They had to say they were guilty, except the other buddy right there who went MMA, and then we know what happened with his situation. But with Ray Rice, he acknowledged it, he accepted it, and he still got kicked out the league. Oh, they didn't officially say it, but that's even more proof NFL collusions do go on. But you guys don't want to believe that. But Johnny, I'm not going to let you disrespect the Cleveland residents like that. Ohio residents who are the blue collar working foundations of America, who get up and go to those mills. They go to those wells. They go to the factory jobs. You know what I'm saying? They go down those holes for the coal mines. They do what they got to do for the train industries. All type of jobs. What about the brothers who are washing dishes just to get $1 working a 9 to 5? And here come this piece of shit bitch dude who has a multi-millionaire family long before he even got this fame of football. And he gets to be this token piece who just gradually say this about the Cleveland Browns.
I sit here today and I go back and forth with, man, am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just let it go? Or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, fuck it. I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, what it is, man.
So you say you want them to lose all their games and you're going to hate them forever? How does a guy like this gets to say he's going to hate this team forever when you were the problem of the Cleveland Browns? You and guys like Baker Mayfield, the drunken Baker Mayfield, who couldn't properly focus on his plays. He's doing great for my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but let's just be honest. And he's not doing great. He's doing okay. We'll see this season. We'll see, but come on, man. So does it take a drug addict to screw a light bulb? Does it take a drug addict to catch a football? And look who's the main guys who protected Johnny. You know why I have this football? When I have this football out, you know I'm going to get my receipt God mode on. The conglomerate that's known as ESPN, how come they didn't have this outlandish different narratives and clips and different segments for Johnny? They didn't. Almost nobody did. You guys are going to tell me, but the news was everywhere. No, it wasn't. And when it was there, it got swept under the rug on to the next segment. Factual. So, Johnny, how dare you? How dare you, of all scrubs, get to blame the Browns? If anything, you should be on your knees every day to the people of Cleveland and Ohio and to the Browns organizations. Only a alleged drug addict like you can make a good-hearted guy like me actually defend the Cleveland Browns. Never in my life I thought I'll be here defending the Cleveland Browns, but when you're dealing with crackheads like Johnny, what else can we do? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Blessone, the best one, and Johnny Manziel has proven with my receipts that it is deeper than football. It is bigger than football.
I've been broke so many times.